Alright, we're live. Welcome everybody. Thrillhouse Supercars. This is the good doctor hosting you tonight. We have a couple of very special races tonight. Actually, we've got the Super 3 boys up first for their final run for the year before they have a bit of a rest and relaxation period while we go to the season of endurance. And then the Super 2B guys are having their last... Excuse me for a second. Type that one back real quick. Alright. And then the Super 2B guys are going to go for their last run around the Super Sprint round for the season before we go to endurance season for everybody. Mixed bag in Super 3 tonight, guys. This is going to be a really interesting race actually. So we've got the best of the best from Super 3 and then some of the really big heavy hitters from the Supercars community are on board as well. Really fill the grid up. And here's our last competitor for the night as well, just joining the room now. The guys are underway for qualifying, so this is, I think we're about 5 to 6 minutes into qualifying. We had a little bit of a hold up before quali started. But it's really going to be interesting to see the likes of Drifter and Scooter and who else have we got up here? Here he is. Where is it? Fine Moves. And they've got to take on the Cyborg, Gazballs, Shane Sky. These are all some big names from Supercars here, guys. This is going to be really interesting. We'll go through the field real quick. So, leading the way currently we have Scooter in that Minor 10 car that he is pretty much claimed as his own now throughout the Super 3 season. Good to see these guys really sort of attach themselves to a particular livery in a particular car. Drifter's there currently P2 at the moment. He's running a special one-off livery tonight. It's an Anzac tribute livery. Himself a serviceman for 15 years. So he's pretty keen to really get in the Anzac spirit tonight. So that car's normally in Techno colours. We've got Techno on the roof and the sponsorships on the front there. But he's got with the red Anzac livery tonight. Gazball's there. Interesting choice of car. Gazball's in the BMW. And I think that's Fine Moves' regular car, so interesting strategy play there from Go Moves to jump in and borrow the Preston Hire BMW. Mez is back in the WPS Ford Mustang. One of my all-time favourite liveries that Thrillhouse has brought out. That is such a good looking car. I love the way that car looks in the Mustang shape. The Cyborg, carrying is what we were hoping for a handicap. We put him in a Mustang, a car he's not normally very fond of driving. He does know his way around a Mustang, but he's definitely not a Ford man, and he doesn't like to drive it very much at all. So when he asked if he could run in the last Super 3 race, we're like, yeah, sure, as long as you drive a Mustang. So hopefully that proves to be a bit of a handicap and keeps the racing nice and close. Speedy Tires is back in the I have no sponsors Sega Saturn BMW. He's started to really sort of show some speed towards the end of the Super 3 season, which is great to see. I know he's dead keen to get up and amongst it with these full-time talent races, so hopefully he has a good race tonight. Shane's guy's back to where it all started for him. He's a graduate from Super 3. Jumped up mid-season, grabbed a drive in the Supercar Series. He's back in an Aston Martin. Interesting choice. I think a lot of these guys entered late really only had Astons to choose from because nobody in Super 3 really likes the Aston Martin. They're all a fan of the nimble little Hyundai and super fast BMW. Little back in the Rabble Mustang again. Good to see that car getting a full season's run again. Good looking livery. Have a quick drink of water there, guys. I've been screaming at the TV all day when Essendon was playing Collingwood, so I've sort of lost my voice a bit. The Judder go through positions. Luminous there. Big Kev BMW. Another car that's normally got a different driver. Can't put my finger on who it was. He's having a run against the Super 3 guys tonight as well. And there we go. Super 3 regulars. Gills up. 3 minutes of qualifying to go. Good to see that Cruisin's keeping on board. And Shady there in the sister car. New member, Weary City Zen. Never heard of him. From what Mikey tells me, he's one of the members that's only joined today, so he's joined and jumped straight into the hot seat. find out how he's going to go. Hopefully he's familiar with the way everything runs and he's got the car sort of tuned up a little bit. Judging by the split times, hopefully he's had an incident on that lap. He's 11 seconds off the pace there, so he may have forgot to put some beans in the Hyundai tonight. We'll see how he goes. There's Fine Moves. Very late conclusion to the race tonight. Was going to sit this one out, but decided just to fill the grid up and jump in. His late entries forced him into an Aston Martin. He's normally a BMW pilot, has been very strong in the BMW all season. And he's back in the Aston Martin. He started out the season very early in the Aston Martin with some okay results, but really found form in the BMW. Now he's back to where it all began. Hopefully he's going to get it up a little bit further up the grid in 14th. That's a long way back. Alright, I think that's pretty much everybody. I'll just have a quick skim to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Looking pretty good so far. Oh, there's DeRemus. He was the last guy in the lobby, just to fill us up. So another one of the season campaigners now in a BMW, which is a car he drove last season. Been in the Hyundai all through season 4, and I do believe he made that livery himself. I may be wrong, but I'm fairly certain that it's one of his liveries right there that he gets to drive now finally after all this time. Good to see. Alright, so how are we looking at the top here? So the Cyborg is leading the way in the handicap Mustang with a 1:35.177. What a great lap. Drifter's really keeping pace with him. He's only 0.187 off. That's qualifying over. So here's the order. Cyborg gets pole position. Really come in here and show these guys how to do it. You'd be really surprised if you didn't see Cyborg on the front row anyway, wouldn't you? Drifter gets P2 there. Scooter with a really strong show there. So P3. Mez in P4. So look at that, the Super 3 guys have really stepped up here. We've got them in 2nd, 3rd and 4th, only behind the Cyborg, who we know isn't human. So this is actually really, really good effort from the Super 3 boys to really stamp this into the guys, the full-time drivers, and say, look guys, we're just as quick as you, we just don't have a drive yet. Gazball's there, the second of the Vortec guys in the field. So teammate to the Cyborg, shows that he's got some speed as well. Really interested to see him tonight, because with this track being our next stop for the Supercars A guys, these guys are really keen to get a couple of laps in before the endurance season. And as we know, Gazballs, I've been vocal about it before, he's my pick for the endurance season. He's very, very fast over a long distance race, so keep an eye on him in the BMW tonight. Speedy tyres there with top 6 qualifying position again, great job. Shane Scott gets Big Ash into 7th. Little Black in P8. Luminous in P9. Remus with a really late entry to qualifying there, gets into the 10. And we got Shady FMX. Weary City's end, doesn't look like he's got that car tuned at all, so he might be struggling tonight a bit, cruising in the safety car. Deals are there in P14, and Fine Moves looks like he's going to be off the back, which is just crazy. Alright, let's go back up to the top here and have a look who we got in the chat tonight. The Stonemason. Evening Hannah, how are you? DJ Brains in the house, how you going buddy? Hijacker, D's here, Dadson, Scotty. Are they on softs? Yes they are. This is going to be a really interesting race, this one. This is a good mixture of the big powerhouse supercars drivers versus the fastest guys that haven't actually got a drive so far. Fine Moves especially, someone that as we know, can't really do a full race distance due to outside of throughout issues. Can't run the full race distance, so he's happy to run at a Super 3 for a slightly shorter race. I'm really interested to see how he goes against the fastest guys in Thrillhouse. It's going to be excellent to see him taking it to the Cyborg and the Gazballs and the guys like that, Shane Sky especially. Good to hear there, Hannah. Really close game tonight. I was cheering on the Dons. I'm sure Sean was too. Oh, water. That's what I need. You guys keen for Supercars Super 2 Group B tonight? From that, shall I say, interesting circuit. Not a massive fan of Autopolis myself. Clitty Go-Go's in the house. How are you, mate? I'm not on speaking terms with my car at the moment. She's been put back in the transporter early again this round, unfortunately. So I'm There'll be no blacklight cars on the grid tonight in Super 2. The Bad Doctor's currently away. He's got to go and help out his partner. They've had to travel away for an outside issue. And obviously I'll be in the box, so the blacklight cars have both been packed back up in the transporter and they're already on the way to where are we going next? Croatia again. Don't mind me, I'm just typing away in the background here, trying to do some little bits and pieces on the go. Alright guys, we're going to be under virtual safety car now. Let's get ready for this one. This is going to be an interesting race. Actually really keen to see these guys get out and amongst it. A couple of cars are already rolling. Cyborg's cars still sitting still. What I'm reading on the back channels there, guys, looks like it's going to be a really short field for Super 2 Group B. I was thinking it was going to be 12 cars, but I think it might be less. Might be a really interesting race. Alrighty guys, so as they go out for the virtual safety car, get myself confused again. Cyborg's going to go around in front there, get himself organised in front of Drifter. So even the Super 3 guys know how to do a pre-race procedure. Now look at that. Got the Rebel car get out of the way, then let these guys really grid up, and they did the dummy grid on the way around. Great control there from the guys in the front row. Let's just jump on the Drifter's car a little bit here, give it a bit of TV time. That beautiful Anzac tribute livery, really nice looking car that. Down the hill into the hairpin. I don't know any corner names, I'm not Sean, so I'll do my best at calling the corners as we go. He has a certain knack for naming these corners, and I do not have that same skill set, but I'll do my best. I'm struggling with a bit of a bad throat now, a bit of a sore throat after the footy game today. I was kind of screaming at the TV a bit. I don't normally do that, but she was a bit of an intense game, so.
G'day mate, how's it going?
There's Mr. Mikey, how are you sir?
I'm doing really well. Hey Twitch friends, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. Just a fun fact, Autopolis doesn't actually have any corner names.
Oh good.
So, go for your life.
Happy days.
Yeah. I think that hairpin, that kind of long sort of bent phallic looking part of the track
the doodle hairpin.
has been the doodle hairpin. So are we sold on the doodle hairpin?
Yeah. I love it. It's great.
So we've got the doodle hairpin. That's good. Yeah. So I don't think we need to worry about the rest of the track. That's all we're going to be hanging for is when the cars get the doodle hairpin. We'll do that. So yeah guys, a little bit of a small grid tonight for Super 2. Got a few guys who are unable to make it, so that's okay. It's still going to be a good race. There's some pretty awesome times being thrown around here at the moment, so I'll leave you to it mate and let you call your Super 3 race. Just wanted to say massive thanks to everyone who has competed in Super 3 throughout the season. This will be the last one. We'll come back with something special. We'll talk about a few of our announcements later on. So stay tuned, check out the racing, and I'll talk to you guys later on.
Thanks mate. Alright guys, so along the back straight now, on board the complete angular Bentley safety car. Go see Claude, tell him that the good doctor sent you, and you'll probably do better off than if you are ghosted. Just saying, quietly. And look at that. The Cyborg's giving Cruz an hurry up. He just nudges the back of the safety car. I'm not sure I like the idea of that there, Mr. Cyborg. But look at that. Great vision there from the back of the safety car. Good to see the big mate car back on track, actually. I haven't seen that. That used to be... Cyborg showing off a bit there. Don't go off the track. That used to be a blacklight car once upon a time. For a short amount of time. The bad doctor had to step up into Supercars Group B. And as a private, I think it was season 2. Touched a butt. You sure did, Jay. You guys are pumped up for this race here. Do you reckon we're going to have an upset, or do you reckon the Cyborg's going to walk away with it? I think Drifter might have something to say about that. Scooter as well, to be perfectly honest. And Mez cannot be counted out of P4 there. Where's the first Aston though? I think the first Aston might be Shane Sky in the Dunlop car. He's probably row 3. So watch him on the run to turn 1 as well. He's going to be quick off the start. Alright, so cruising pulls off out of the way. Lets the guys go through for the dummy grid. It does look like it's Shane Sky there. Looks like he's going to be out of row 3 or row 4. So it's a long way back, but as we know, the Aston Martin is just a jet off the line. So the Mustangs are a little tardy. The BMW might get a good jump here. Look at this grid up from these guys. Well done. That's a beautiful grid up. Look at that. They're all on the lines. Perfectly done. Wow, they've saved their best for last for Super 3. Cyborg should have to stop for mediums. Evening, Jim Bob. Just in time, mate. Scooter is good in the stank from what you've seen there. Alright, we'll jump. So he's going to jump on Scooter here. Where is he? He's currently P3. First of the second row there, right beside Mez. Alright, let's just get all this housekeeping out of the way. That one there and that one there. Happy days. We'll go back a little bit. Through 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. How long's the hold? It's a long hold. And they're away. Second row got a good start there. Looks like Mez is going to have a look. Oh, look, here comes Shane's guy down the middle on the Aston Martin as well. Watch him for the run to turn 1. Mez bogged down the second gear transfer in the Mustang, which is going to give the Drifter the lead. He's going to go side by side with the Cyborg into the chicane, the 2 wide. Drifter holds him out. Nice position there from Drifter just to hold him out wide. Oh, Mez a bit loose on the exit of the chicane there. That's going to slow him up. Looks like Gazballs is on the move as well in the Creston High BMW. Back to 5th position. But Drifter's going to lead him down the hill. Cyborg 2nd. Scooter's hanging on there in 3rd. Mez is really loose in that Mustang in P4. Gazballs is going to have him down here. Straight past on the outside. We saw that one in the background. Oh, someone went way wide and off. Who was that? It was the big Kev car, Luminous. Completely misjudged the corner there on the run down to the hairpin. Drifter's just put out half a second gap in half a lap. Scooter is really starting to pressure the back of the Cyborg here. And look at the run there for 4th position. Oh, looks like Gazball's goes too deep. Mez is going to get down the inside. Nice move there from Mez. Shane's guys having a look too as they enter the bus stop for the first time. Beautiful line there from Drifter. Cyborg just, oh, a little touch on the inside fence there. That was just enough to unsettle the car. Scooter's there right behind him on the run down to the final turn. Cyborg goes defensive. Look at Gazballs in the background though. He's going to run right down the inside of Mez. Nice move. Can he pull it up? Beautiful move. Mez for the crisscross. No, runs out of road. These guys are really having a crack. Top 5 is just blown away from the field through there. Something's happened in the bus stop or something because someone's just gapped him massively. Fine move is up to 7th position from the back of the grid already. Looks like Shane's guy might have had an issue there actually. His Aston Martin is really limping. Back to the front though. Scooter on the run down the inside. Nice move there in the Cyborg. Puts one on the champ. Thanks for coming. Super 3 boys are 1 and 2. Cyborg's got it all to do now. As Drifter's just romping away. 1.6 seconds and extending that lead there. But sideways there. They've got to keep it under control. The Drifter. You need to look after those tyres. Scooter running in P2. The Cyborg's not going to let him go though. He's currently 3rd position. And the other Vortec car's in P4 now. With Mez right behind him. Look at Mez though, hanging on like an angry pit bull. Speedy tyres there currently for 6th position. So he's pretty much sort of stayed where he qualified around the around the middle of the top 10. But look at fine moves on the move. That's going to be clipped. On the way down the hill now in the Aston Martin. He's got the Remus in tow as well. Remus was off the back as well. Those 2 guys have just come through the field like lightning. Look at that. Back to the front now. Drifter just storming away now. Got to keep it tidy through the bus stop. Oh, he's just, oh, the little check up through. Just touches the fence with the back. Oh, got to be careful doing it just as the tyre's starting off to it. It's going to be messy. Scooter there. Get these gap in the sidewalk. Look at that. I wonder if there's a little bit of a game being played here by the sidewalk. Is he just letting these two guys get out and work the car too hard? Come in for a fresh set of boots and then romp home at the end. Gazeball's currently P4 in the Preston High BMW. Still within touch of the leaders. And he's taken Mez with him. Speedy tyres in 6 places, 5 moves. 5 moves is closing in. He's 0.7 of a second off the back up. And look at Remus as well in the BMW. And Shane's guy. They're all catching up now. There's going to really be a little cluster here in a minute. These guys. Oh, Remus with a big sideways action out of the chicane there. That's going to give Shane's guy a look down towards the big stop at the big chop at the end of the track here. This is one here, so he's going to get right into the position down the inside here, and hopefully get a... Oh, who's that? Oh no, Speedy Tyre's gone wide there. He's gone off on the run down the hill. I think they might have balked Shane's guy a bit too. He's going to set up. Shane's guy's going to try and set Doremus up for the big run down the hill to the hairpin. Here it comes. Oh, that little bump off the inside curb might have hurt his exit. We're not close enough for it yet. Nice racing for the middle of the pack though, great to see. Back up the front now though. Drifter's still a lead, he hasn't really broken away any further than he was a couple of laps ago, so these guys are really starting to settle. Scooter's still holding up the sideboard though, it's good to see. Making him work for it. And look at that in the background. I'm pretty sure that means the Gazballs are starting to close in. He's dropped Mez off a little bit there actually. Mez has dropped down to 1.5 seconds off the back now, so he's starting to drop off the back of the lead pack. Look at the sidewalk here, ever present in Scooter's mirrors. That would be the most terrifying thing in the world. You can have a look at one. This is a big look. This is a huge look. Scooter says no. Slams the door in his face. That's going to unsettle him though. Scooter's gone wide out of the chicane. Look at the sidewalk now, right up on the back bumper. Does he make a move here? This would be a brave move. No, brakes nice and early, tries to get a good exit. Cuts that inside a bit too far though. I think it might have hurt him a bit. Oh, caught the grass there as well. Right now, this is leaving it to Drifter. Drifter's just cruising along there in the BMW like nothing's going on. It's fine, guys. I'm just going to coast home. Down the hill again. Sidewalk still not close enough for a look. Does show him in the mirror though. Oh, Scooter's car way out of shape on the brakes there. Big of a wiggle. It's going to let the sidewalk close back up as they go through the bus stop. This is where you've got to be really careful. Catch the inside curb there. Stay off that one as much as you can. Go it wide and then slingshot through these two. Oh, sidewalk out of shape again. Oh, just holds on to it. It's so easy to get it way wrong through there though. Alright guys, so we go back down through the field here as we enter lap 5. Drifter there, still holding 1.4 second lead there. I think he's just looking after the car a bit now. I mean, just in case these guys catch him up later on in the race, he'll have a little bit more to fight with. There's Scooter. We'll just stay with these two on the run to 1, just in case the sidewalk has another look. He's nice and close, he's in the slipstream. He's going to go to the outside, tries to get down him on the outside. Scooter can run deep, really deep. Shuts the door on him again. No, the sidewalk says, no, I'm up there. That's it. It's over. I'm through. Now what can Scooter do from the 3rd position now? Can he chase him down or is he going to fall back to Gazballs? This is going to rattle Drifter a little bit now. He's going to see the sidewalk in P2. He's going to know he's right on his back bumper. This is not what he wants to sell on that leaderboard. Quickly back through the field though. We've got Gazballs in P4. They're currently holding a nice gap there back to Mez in position 5. 5 moves is currently 3.3 seconds behind Mez. I don't think he can catch him from there. It's a long way back, but he is gapping Doremus. Speedy Tyres has recovered a little bit from that earlier mishap off the side of the track. He's got background Shane's guy. Little Black there holding down 10th, but look at this. He's got Luminous on his back bumper now as well. So Luminous is trying to come back from that big spin earlier on. The run down the hill. Does he have a look at the bottom of the hill? He's setting himself up for it. Looks like, oh, here it is, big late dive. BMW down the inside, not quite there. He thinks better of that. I think Little Black was onto that one. He sort of opened the door and then shut it a bit on the run down the hill. Quickly go through the back. So Luminous. Then we've got Dilzer in B12, sorry. Weary City's End, the newest competitor that we've seen so far. He's having it all about him with the two Devil Motorsport boys. Shady right behind him and Dilzer right in front. Oh, Shady! Hold on to it, son! Oh, he's at the fence! That was a big one! That was a huge one. Big tank slapper from the Pepsi Max car there. Wow! Alright, back to the front. Oh, Mez, there we go. Look, Mez strategy's already playing him. Mez is first in the pits. Lap 6. He's going for the even strategy. Just saw that drip down as we jumped up to the top of the field here. So, Drifter currently leading the way. 1.6 seconds clear of the Cyborg. He's almost a second clear of Scooter now. That's not a huge gap though. Anybody touches that bus stop, they're in deep trouble. Look at Gazballs. He's starting to hunt. He's on the hunt now. He's 0.7 a second off the back of Scooter. Can he catch up? Fire moves now 6 seconds off the back, but this is also meaning that Mez is out of sequence now. So Mez was actually the gap between these guys. Him out of the way now has really opened up the gap to Gazballs. Let's go back to the leaders though. Out of the hairpin. How's Drifter into the bus stop? He must be starting to check that mirror. Good over the first one. No, second over the... Oh, touches the fence midway through. Watch the wall. Oh, loose on the exit. Keeps it off the fence though. Cyborg is still there. Not closing though, but he's still within range. Now, this is going to be interesting. Who's going to be the first to blink out the leaders? Who's going to go into the pits first? I expect them to pretty much cover each other off. In goes Drifter. In goes the Cyborg. In goes Scooter. Gazballs goes in as well. Yeah, they all go in together. That's smart. Fuel is pretty even. Drifter's actually come out alright with fuel there in the BMW. Great drive for Drifter for that first stint. Excellent work with our fuel consumption of the BMW. He's actually going to come out of that alright. Doremus goes past. Okay, so Doremus is going to be the blocker. Everybody else is in. I don't know where Mez is. Mez is a long way back still. I thought he would come through. Here he comes now down the straight. Where's he going to come out in against the leaders? He grabs Gazballs. That's a good start. Fine moves, who hasn't pitted yet, is currently P6. Has a look at Scooter on the inside. That's a brave move there against the guy with fresh tyres. Oh boy. Yeah, look at the Mez factor here, guys. He's caught right up to the back now. He's right at the back of Fine Moves. Hopefully Fine Moves doesn't balk him up too much. And he can get on the back of Scooter. But he's closed right up on the 3 leaders. This is that Mez factor we've been talking about. The guy's a genius when it comes to strategy. He knew straight away he needed to get in and get the undercut. Fine Moves is ruining this for him straight away now. He needs to clear that cool drive Aston Martin as soon as he pops. Look at him, a grip all over him. He can't get around. He needs to clear that car. He's losing time. Hand over fist to the leaders. Who's that? Scooter's off. Oh boy. That's a position from Mez hopefully here. Down the inside. Scooter blocks. Fine Moves on the outside. Mez is going to tuck in behind Scooter here. He might get Fine Moves on the inside with a better grip. They're going to run side by side towards the bus stop. This is dangerous. This is dangerous. No, they get in line. Through, oh, Mez in defence again. Mez really in defence there. Mez hit the wall hard at the bus stop. That's it. His race is over. He's done. Gazballs is going to grab him. That car would be toast after he hit that heavy. Thanks for coming. Back to the front. Doremus into the pits. So that leaves Drifter in the lead of the race. He's actually pulled out a gap on the sidewalk. That'd be that fuel save in the first stint. What a drive so far from Drifter to really show these guys what he's made of. Cyborg there in P2. Scooter seems to have got away with running into the fence there, like track. Look at Fine Moves though. Have I missed something? Has he pitted? Because that car is way too fast for a car that's run this long. Duke map. That Minor 10 Mustang looks, it does, it looks great, doesn't it? That was done by one of our members. Alien Express did that one. Very, very talented man in the liveries. Actually did real life Vert Supercar liveries for a time there as well for Larkin Motorsport.
He actually designed that livery.
I didn't want to put my finger on it just in case.
Yeah, no, that is one of his original designs. So the guy who designed the real Mark Larkin livery also recreated that Mustang livery there as well, and that's why it looks so damn good.
Absolutely.
He's a master at it. He's got a few cars in this grid. Anyway, I'm back to it. See you soon. Bye.
Thanks, mate. Okay, drifted there. 2.4 seconds to the good now. He's just romping away with this race win, guys. He's definitely a force in the Super 3 grid. I'd be keen to see him on in a proper tart supercar next season. I know a lot of teams are keen for him. It absolutely does, doesn't it? Hang on, hang on, hang on. What happened? The sideboard crashed! The sideboard went off! He had to have done. He's gone back to 6th! Oh no! That's massive! Well, we're just pumping up Drifter's tyres a bit there. The sidewalk's had a big lose. That's promoted Scooter to 2nd position with 5 moves right on him now. So the 3 Super 3 guys have shown these guys the way. I'm still not sure if 5 moves is actually pitted or not. If he's running really long on that Aston Martin, that's going to be a drive of the century. Oh, Little Black's dropped out. Wow, this is massive. The Super 3 guys are showing us the way tonight. Currently, Gazbox is leading the way for the full-time tart drivers. With Mez trying to recover on his back bumper there. Mez is had that really, really good strategy play earlier, but then hit the fence at the bus stop. That's how badly this track can bite. This is with Enduro season coming up. So the Supercars A boys go here next week on Sunday night. And they're going to be all at it for a big run in the Enduro. Good drifter there. Drifter's about to start knocking off the lap cars here, so he just grabs one of the Pepsi Max cars down the outside. That gives him a flash. Pepsi Max car does a great job to get out of the way there. These two are still going at it. So Scooter there leading the way from 5 moves in P2. Great drive so far from Scooter. Had a little bit of an incident midway through the circuit, but managed to get himself back on top. It's hard to come back from a off-track excursion like that and get yourself back in the focus. But look at this little battle pack for 2nd position here, starting to group up. So 5 moves is still in it. I don't know how that car's still run unless he pitted really early and I missed it. Gazball's currently 4th and Mez in 5th. So these guys are really having a crack still. Not a lot into them. Excalibur, there will be tears in the Enduro. Hopefully not yours. Well, don't put the new Black Betty into the fence, and we'll be laughing, mate. But I do expect there to be tears at the bus stop. Hopefully not mine as well, mate. Just to put it out there. I'm not a huge fan of this circuit myself, and I've been out of the seat for a while now, so I'm coming back for the endurance season. It's going to be interesting. If my car doesn't disown me before then. Drifter, 5.5 seconds clear of the field now, just cruising home. This would be great for him. Really stamp his name on the Super 3 finish. Bang. Got 5 moves out of the way this race too. Normally he'd be up the front battling 5 moves. 5 moves up the start the back there, and the Aston Martin has really, really hampered his race tonight. Oh, they caught that lap car right at the wrong time, right to the bus stop. Don't catch a lap car there. Oh, it's the fence. Oh, that was lucky. That was lucky. Ghosted at the right time there. That would have been huge. But look at this. 5 moves has been caught out by Gazballs. He's just taking advantage of that one there on the back straight there. So Gazballs jumps down the inside into the final turn there. Great move from Gazballs to really take advantage of that. He saw 5 moves slow up. 5 moves did what I did. But oh, this car's going to crash in front of me. Luckily he ghosted, but yeah, it was just enough. Just lifted off the throttle a little bit. Look at that, 5 moves out down to bar this, so down the inside again into turn 1. Going to be on the outside for the left-hander though, gets across the nose perfectly. Nice job from 5 moves there. You want to play, Gaz? Let's play. Interestingly, Gaz is in 5 moves as a regular car there, the Preston Hire BMW is normally what 5 moves drives to the win, so he's getting real pressure though on the run. Oh, look at this one down the inside there. What can he do down the hill? Now, this is where you got to set him up though. You can't try and push down here. Got to get a good run down through these S's. And the next big pass opportunity is down the hill into the hairpin. Look at Gaz. Gaz is setting the car up nicely here. He's going to have a good run here. He's going to really close up in the back and run the run down the hill. This is what we wanted to see. Oh, one off in the foreground there as well. I don't think he's close enough though. Will he have a dive? It'll be a big dive if he does. Not quite, but he gets right in the back here. Look at the car getting out of the way. Nice work there from the new guy. Jumps out of the way there. Thanks, mate. Let's see these guys go through. Look at Mez. Mez is threatening as well. Currently in 5th position. These guys trip over each other. Mez is going to be on him. Scooter's not far ahead either. They've caught Scooter again as well. He must have got caught up by the lap car slightly. Oh, 5 moves into the fence. Can he hold on to it? Guys, he gets another run into the final turn. This is going to be huge on the run down the hill. Mez at the fence again in the background looks at that because he dropped right off the back there. It's another Cyborg on him any second now. We'll just stay with this battle first though. Gazballs gets a dump. Look at the Aston down the straight. He's going to have the run out of the final turn. The Aston Martin's got a huge wallop of power down the main. Look at him go around the outside. This is an interesting side-by-side there into turn 1. He's going to stay on the inside. Not quite. He doesn't have the power to stay on the inside. 5 moves comes across again. Pepsi Car's going to bottle him up here though on the run through the chicane. Scooter's flashing the lights frantically. Get out of the way! 5 moves is going to take advantage as well here. These guys have really grouped up again. This is huge. Excuse me, sir. Please move. Please move. There he goes. Out of the way. Oh, he's cut back in front of 5 moves here as well. So these guys are going to bottle behind him as well. He jumps out of the way on the run down there. Thanks very much. So it looks like, oh, Scooter might have got a little bit out of that though. He might have got away with it. Back to 5 moves though. Look at Gazballs. He's on the hunt now. On the run down the hill again. He's closer this time. He's much closer this time. Does he look to the inside? He has a bit of a look. Puts himself in the mirrors. Not quite enough though. He just doesn't want to dive down there though. It's not interesting. I think he's setting him up here for the run out of the bus stop. 5 moves really wide out of the hairpin there. Into the bus stop. Look how close Gaz is. He's right on him here. He's right at the back, putting maximum pressure on the back of 5 moves as Aston Martin as they run through the bus stop. 5 moves gets away with it this time. Nice run out of there. I don't think Gaz is close enough. I think 5 moves is going to hang on. We're going to go back to the front though. So Drifter there. Look at that. 7.1 seconds clear of the field. He was the class today. Look at that. Class above. Drifter wins it. Out of the final turn now though. Scooter is going to get P2. What's line for P3? Looks like 5 moves is going to get it. Scooter in P2. Oh, 5 moves just at the line. Gets Gazballs. Position 4 was the Cyborg in the end. Mez gets 5th. Dareem is there with a really quiet race there for position number 7. Shane Sky in 8th there. Excuse me guys, I'm losing my voice. Oh, wow. That was a great race in the end, eh? What do you think of that one, guys? Speedy Tyres there, couldn't recover for 9th. Loomis there ends up finishing in 10th position. Deals are in 11. Weary Sin City's in position 12. And Shady FMX is going to grab 13th overall. Well guys, that's Super 3 run and done for Season 4. Been a great category. Really, really happy to see these guys really getting amongst, and this is exactly what we wanted to see, this kind of racing here. So, Drifter, Scooter, 5 moves, 3 Super 3 competitors finishing in front of seasoned supercars drivers, Gazballs, Mez, and Cyborg, Daremus in 5th as well. So, great to see the Super 3 guys really showing it to the full-time TART drivers. This is what we wanted. This is what Super 3 was supposed to be all about, getting these guys up and amongst it. But that's it, guys. That's Super 3 run and done for the season.